For its 1970 relaunch, Doctor Who moved into colour, and its producers Peter Bryant and Derek Sherwin made two crucial decisions. They exiled the Doctor to Earth and replaced Patrick Troughton with Jon Pertwee, who was then best known as a comic actor. But Pertwee's first adventure was to be Derek Sherwin's last.
He and Peter were going to go over to Television Centre to produce Paul Temple as co-producers, which was why I was asked to take over Doctor Who.
Sean Sutton, who was the head of the department, appointed Barry, who much preferred directing anyway. He didn't want to do it.
I said, well, I didn't give up acting to be a producer. You know, I rather looked down on producers. I thought they were needless, you know. Why not just give it all to the director and let him get on with it the way it used to be? He said you could direct a show yourself and we'd give you a contract as producer stroke director.
Barry says they asked everybody else in the BBC and nobody wanted to produce Doctor Who, you know.
So I talked to my wife about it. And I said, you know, I think it's probably a good idea to do it for a year, because if I'm the producer of Doctor Who, people will know my name at the BBC and I'll get jobs as a director. So I went back and I said, yes, all right, I'll do it.
I'd never met him before, or certainly not heard of him, you know. I mean, I don't think he was particularly eminent then. He was a middle-ranked BBC director, you know, not particularly famous or anything.
And Terrance, of course, was well initiated by now as story editor.
And Derek said, oh, thank God you've come. Goodbye, I'm going. And that was it. That was my handover. So I had to sort of make up the job of producer as I went along.
There's a certain madness about television, and there's a certain madness about Doctor Who. And I was quite surprised, actually, that Barry should be producing it. But he was an extremely easy man to get on with.
Jon Pertwee's first season saw viewing figures improve, and it was clear that there was life in the old doc yet.
I think Barry sort of reinvigorated it, and that was a great credit to him.
Pertwee, against all the odds, was a terrific Doctor. Barry and I hit it off and worked well together, and the thing just kind of took off.